Asterisk, the set of the Kelly Clarkson show buzzed with anticipation. Cameramen adjusted lenses, producers whispered into headsets, and the audience clapped as Kelly introduced her next guest, the iconic, the radiant, the one and only Cameron Diaz. Asterisk ass. Cameron strutted onto the stage in heels that clicked confidently against the floor. The room erupted in applause. She was glowing in a sunshine yellow blazer, hair loose around her shoulders, her easy smile reminding the world why she had been Hollywood royalty for 2 decades. Kelly greeted her with a warm hug, and the two women sat facing each other. Center stage, bathed in lights. Asterisk at first, everything went smoothly. They laughed about old rom-coms, joked about aging in Hollywood, and shared stories about motherhood. Diaz even shared a quirky tale about trying to bake gluten-free muffins and ending up with inedible cement. The audience roared. It was the kind of wholesome moment daytime viewers lived for. But then the tone subtly shifted. "So, Cameron," Kelly said, still smiling but with a noticeably different tone. "You've been out of the acting game for a while now, and the last few years fans have been curious why the sudden decision to walk away. Was it really about family? ... Or was there something deeper?" Asterisk. Cameron's smile dimmed, just slightly. Her legs crossed. She gave a brief rehearsed nod. "I've answered that before. I stepped back to prioritize myself. My health, my relationships. I needed something more grounded than red carpets." Asterisk. Kelly leaned in. "But there's been buzz, you know? Rumors of burnout, bad experiences on set, especially during your last couple of films. Some even say you were fed up with the industry entirely. Is there any truth to that?" The mood dropped like a stone. Cameron's eyes narrowed just a touch. Her voice, still calm, carried an edge now. "You know, I came here thinking we'd talk about what I'm doing now. My wine business. My wellness brand. Not rehash rumors that the tabloids invented." Asterisk. Kelly tried to backpedal. "Totally, I get it. I just think people really admire how you walked away at the height of it all. It's rare. And I guess we're all just trying to understand what really pushed you." Asterisk. A pause stretched between them. Cameron took a breath, but her voice had cooled. Asterisk. "It's frustrating," she said. "As a woman in this industry, you're expected to explain yourself at every turn. If you say yes too much, you're a pushover. If you say no, you're difficult. And if you walk away, you're broken. That's what these questions keep implying." Asterisk. The audience grew quiet. A few murmurs flickered through the crowd. Asterisk. Kelly smiled nervously, trying to recover. No, that's not what I meant. I'm just saying. You were the rom-com queen. Everyone misses you." Asterisk. Cameron leaned forward. "And I miss parts of it too, sure. But I don't miss being asked to justify my sanity. If I were a man who retired, this conversation wouldn't be happening." Asterisk. That line hit like thunder. Even the band on standby glanced around uncomfortably. Asterisk. The tension became undeniable. Kelly looked down at her note cards, searching for a way out. "Let's switch gears," she said quickly. "Let's talk about the wine Aveline. Right, I've heard it's amazing." But the shift didn't work. Cameron sat back in her chair, eyes scanning the set. "You know, I think I've said what I need to say." Asterisk. With that, she reached behind her, unclipped her mic, and stood up. For a moment, Kelly froze, unsure whether this was an elaborate bit or a real-time exit. But Cameron's face said it. Polite, but finished. Asterisk. "Thank you for having me," she said to the audience. "And no hard feelings, just boundaries." And then she walked off. The producers panicked. A commercial break hit seconds later, and the cameras cut abruptly, leaving the audience in stunned silence. Asterisk. Backstage, the tension didn't ease. Publicists scrambled to do damage control. Assistants whispered into phones. And Cameron, already halfway to her waiting car, didn't stop to explain a thing. Asterisk. It wasn't just a walk-off. It was a line drawn. Asterisk. And the world was about to take sides. Asterisk. Asterisk. The fallout was immediate. Even before the episode aired, whispers of the incident leaked online. A junior production assistant had posted a vague tweet. "Today was wild. Y'all won't believe what went down with Cameron Diaz on set." And by the time it was deleted, screenshots had already gone viral. Asterisk. Within hours. Entertainment. Blogs picked it up. Headlines blared across gossip sites. Cameron Diaz storms off Kelly Clarkson show set. Fiery clash between Hollywood darling and America's sweetheart. And the more dramatic Diaz versus Clarkson. Daytime TV meltdown. Social media, never one to let drama slip by quietly, erupted with speculation, hot takes, and memes. Asterisk clips of Cameron unhooking her mic and walking off circulated by the next morning, thanks to a studio intern's phone recording. The public couldn't get enough. TikTok sleuths dissected her every word. Lip readers analyzed her whispered exit. And podcast hosts debated whether Kelly had gone too far or if Cameron had overreacted. Asterisk in response, Kelly opened her very next show with a sincere, unscripted monologue. The usual playful music was noticeably absent. Asterisk, hey y'all, she said, her smile soft but tired. So, I want to talk about what happened yesterday with Cameron Diaz. I've always wanted this show to be a safe, fun space. We bring people on here to celebrate them, and I may have missed the mark. The audience was silent, listening closely. She's someone I admire, and I asked questions that were maybe too personal. I didn't mean to make her uncomfortable. I never want anyone to feel cornered on this stage. So to Cameron, if you're watching, I'm sorry, asterisk, the studio applauded. Her team released the statement on social media minutes later, reinforcing her words. It was humble, direct, and respectful, and it sparked even more debate. Asterisk, meanwhile, Cameron's team posted a carefully worded statement of their own. Asterisk, Cameron Diaz agreed to appear on the show to discuss her current projects. While she values transparency, she believes in respectful boundaries. The experience reaffirmed her commitment to protecting her peace. She will not be giving further interviews at this time. While the statement was calm, it was clear she was done. That weekend, major media outlets lined up with think pieces. Variety called it a watershed moment for celebrity boundaries. Rolling Stone declared, daytime talk shows must evolve or be left behind. Even the New York Times weighed in with a lengthy editorial about the blurred lines between journalism and entertainment. Asterisk, Cameron didn't appear publicly for weeks. She canceled 2 scheduled podcast appearances and bowed out of a charity gala she was supposed to co-host. Instead, she retreated to her private life, her husband, Benji Madden, reportedly shielding her from the media storm as best he could. Asterisk, but while Cameron faded from view, her message lingered. Her stance on boundaries resonated deeply with women in the industry. A wave of other celebrities, mostly actresses, began speaking out about their own uncomfortable experiences on press tours and talk shows. Asterisk, Zendaya, in an interview, shared, I saw what happened with Cameron, and honestly, I felt that sometimes people forget we're human first, entertainers second. Asterisk, Jennifer Lawrence posted a now viral Instagram story. Just because I'm on a couch doesn't mean I owe you my trauma. And slowly, the industry started to take note. Kelly Clarkson's producers began shifting the show's tone. Future guests were given more control over pre-approved topics. A new backstage team was hired specifically to ensure guest comfort and consent. One anonymous source from the show said, the Diaz incident wasn't just a wake-up call, it was a reckoning. But perhaps the most surprising twist came a month later. A handwritten letter arrived at the Kelly Clarkson show studio. It was from Cameron. No public statement, no tweet, just a quiet private note, asterisk in it. She thanked Kelly for her apology. She acknowledged that the pressure of live TV can sometimes push people into uncomfortable places. She expressed no bitter the desire that women in the industry would feel more empowered to speak up when something didn't sit right. Asterisk, Kelly reportedly kept the letter on her desk, framed behind glass. Asterisk, the 2 women never reunited publicly after that. There was no dramatic reunion, no orchestrated TV moment, but in their own separate ways, both emerged stronger. Kelly with a deeper understanding of her platform, Cameron with an even firmer grasp on the life she had chosen away from Hollywood. Asterisk, and the moment they shared brief, sharp, and uncomfortable became something bigger than a headline. It became a conversation, a necessary one. Asterisk.